every track to sit. If they talking top 10, know my name's on the list. Full speed, no brakes, every turn too slick. If they checking my setup, know the build too rich.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Open Time Talk. I'm your host, Zach. This is the podcast where we drift off topic, but not off the vibe.
And I'm Jams, the show where we talk about conspiracies, spirituality, gaming, global tensions, and so forth.
Yes, sir.
So we have some updates on.
Man.
So we have the president of Venezuela. We good on that, Gucci. And since that, we've had some things escalate.
Yep.
A lot of people are pretty upset about it, which I'm not gonna say they're wrong for it.
So
It's kind of like allies.
Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and tell them one of the things because this is already on the top of my mind. It's the whole and it just crossed my mind. I don't know if I wanted to go into Syria or Cuba first.
Well, I do have an article pulled up, and it goes into Cuba because
Perfect. So
this is ABC News.
I'm gonna take a little take on this real quick to get us into it. So the Cuba thing, right? It had me thinking. Okay, never mind. It wasn't on Cuba, but I can go with it. Anyway, they're bored.
Okay.
We captured Venezuela was president. Cuba had some pushback. Cuba had a lot to say. I think so did Colombia as well. But Cuba and Colombia had a lot to say about it. And it's kind of causing some tensions. And so you already know that Russia is in cahoots with Cuba because you have Cuba soldiers fighting the Ukrainian war in place of Russia.
Yeah, it's a lot of tensions going on.
But you were saying
right
there's an article you were looking at for Cuba?
Yeah, it's on ABC, and it's talking about Venezuela. So the article name, it says, it's on ABC News. I believe this was yesterday.
Yeah.
It says, Venezuela live updates. Cuba president says U.S. has no moral authority.
Yeah.
It goes into, it says, deposed Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro and his wife appeared in federal court in New York last week following the capture by U.S. forces in the military operation in the Venezuela capital of Caracas.
Yep.
Following the operation, President Donald Trump said that the U.S. would run Venezuela unspecified period of time. Venezuela Vice President Delcy, Rodriguez has sworn in as an intermediate leader to lead the country.
Right.
Since the operation to capture Maduro, Trump has issued threats against Cuba, Colombia, and Mexico.
Yeah. They was like, hey, you talking all that mess, but you're a South American as well, and I'm going for all y'all. I mean, if you truly think about it, it took me some time for him to be in office for me to understand what he's doing. He had 4 years of not sitting as a sitting president for him to find out and figure out what he wants to do. He came in this time and just went right ahead to business. Started deploying ICE people everywhere, changed the name, started just poking the bear across the seas. Like anybody, fuck it. Even across the border. He said some shit about Canada.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the fact that you actually, he actually does think that we should have Canada, and maybe we should, and maybe there's, something along the lines of where that's good for us, but you're taking on a whole lot of people who are not going to be happy about that.
Are we not struggling already as is? Like, why would you want to add more to the plate? Like, now you got a whole other people that you're going to have to try and govern.
Right. So he's going to take Canada.
Everybody here's
he's
already pissed off
Greenland. Right. Like
he's
it makes
not adding
you wonder.
to the plate.
So I think he's trying to keep stuff going because that's exactly why he just bombed Syria again.
Was there anything retaliatory? Like why did we just bomb Syria? Did Syria do something?
Yeah, they killed 2 of our soldiers.
I heard about the soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, months ago. Well, a month ago. Yeah. And we retaliated like 3 days later. I thought that was it. Now we're retaliating again. So we're just bored. Since we captured Moderno, we're just chilling. We're bored. We're like, hey, do y'all want to bomb Syria again? I'm sure they're doing something.
Wait a minute. I have another article for Syria too. Yeah. 2 days ago. Yeah, see, I don't understand that. Like, okay, if you already bombed them, why are we doing it again? See, there's like this thing in government is I thought it's a cause and reaction or a cause and effect type thing. You attack us, we shoot back.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like they shot our people, we bombed them. But now we're kind of bored. Let's bomb them again because what can they do about it? Type shit.
Yeah, but that's not even the case either. Because if that was truly the case, like if everything is justified through retaliatory attacks, then us seizing the oil from Venezuela should make Russia attack us because it's hurting Russia. You're taking Russia's oil, essentially. Even though it's making money for Venezuela, the oil was going to Russia, or it's going to this person.
It's like, you see, I guess the way I see it is like that's an economic issue going on with like oil and stuff. But like with what Syria did, you killed U.S. soldiers. Usually if a U.S. soldier dies on your land, we're going to bomb it. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's not like we killed oil, you know? They didn't shoot oil barrels. They shot people. Yeah. But again, I don't understand why they're striking twice if nothing's been done in between.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, but there could have been stuff that's been in between, and that's the hard shit that's hard to find because we're only going to be given exactly what we have in front of us.
Yeah, I have ABC News, and it does mention the Trump administration first announced the Operation Hawkeye strike in December after the ICE gunmen killed 2 U.S. soldiers and the U.S. civilian interpreter in the ambush of Palmyra, located in the century of Syria. So I'm just trying to read if there was anything else leading up to this. Prior to the latest strikes on Saturday, U.S. forces killed and captured nearly 25 IS groups members in 11 missions between December 20th and 29th of December as part of an Operation Hawkeye strike, CENTCOM said. So is this like a whole operation that's going on? It's not just, oh, you killed our soldiers, we bombed you. They're making it sound like, or what they're really saying is like it's, Hawkeye or something.
I thought Hawkeye strike was
ongoing.
I thought that had to do with the drug trafficking.
That's not what I'm reading here.
Or is Hawkeye strike? I thought that was on Iran.
Don't know. Still trying to look. It says forces on Syria. These strikes were conducted in an effort to combat terrorism and protect the U.S. and partner forces in the region.
Yeah, bunch of bullshit, bunch of bullshit.
If you harm our war fighters, we will find you and kill you anywhere in the world, no matter how hard you try to evade justice.
Yeah, again.
Wow.
So it's okay when we do it. Like, that's what I'm trying to get down to. I don't mind doing it. And, like, I don't.
Whoa.
It's what. Homie, if it's the, if it's the way the world works. Look, you got people killing us. We got people killing y'all. It's the way the world works. I can't be stupid anymore. And we got to be privy to the information we have at hand. Like, it's going to happen. It is. Point blank, period. As much as we can sit here and spend the time and effort and thinking of ways to stop war and stop people from killing each other and change people's mindsets and their morality and all that, it's never going to happen. So you're wasting your time on just something false.
This happened in December. Is this still ongoing? That's the thing.
He's trying to figure it out, guys. Don't worry.
Paywall.
Yeah.
This
Washington
BBC
Post.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
BBC this time.
BBC keeps on telling me to buy this shit. I was just reading it.
Washington Post does the same thing.
They just don't want us to have the information. That's the problem.
Yep.
But I didn't see anything from what I was reading. It was just saying it was an ongoing operation from like December 20th to the 29th. And the bombing was on the 13th of December, wasn't it?
I want to believe so, yeah.
That's what I think I just saw.
I don't know.
So yeah,
It's kind of
that
like
pissed us off, I guess. And I get where you're coming from. Like, yeah, I don't think it's right that we have the stronger and better military. So yeah, we can just bomb people. Because I'm pretty sure if they had the same capability, they'd probably do that shit right back.
you're damn right. So like,
And
I don't.
then-
It's
and
all
then
it
it's
is
gonna be a-
competition. I don't have a
Pretty
problem
much,
with
it's
that.
like, hey, we bombed you, but you can't really bomb us back. But if they did, we're just gonna say nuclear.
Oh, you can. Definitely can
Nuclear.
bomb us back. Exactly.
That's what they're gonna throw around. That's all they're gonna say. Same thing that Putin was doing during the Ukraine war.
Yeah.
Saying we might go.
Well, that's
nuclear.
that's on us. That's because look, I had to do some research and digging because, homie, do you even realize like the whole reason we're like in cahoots with Ukraine, like why we're chill with them, is because we didn't want them to have nukes.
Oh,
We
so
said,
you
hey,
think
this was like 2008. I really don't know the year, so I'm throwing just a bullshit ass year out there.
okay.
But
Well, wait.
essentially was
You're
like,
talking about since the start of the war?
no.
It was like 4 years ago, I thought.
Yeah,
4 or
but
5 years
this
ago.
is, I'm going back all the way to Crimea.
Okay.
So there were talks of all this, and the U.S. came in and was like, hey, we will protect you, and, you know, we'll have great deals and great trade as long as you don't have nukes. And it was like, okay, bet. We won't have a nuclear program, just like they tried doing with Iran, and y'all will protect us if nuclear shit happens and people start taking our land. They're like, yes, cool. What happens? Russia takes Crimea, and we don't do a damn thing about it.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if we're still funding
So
them.
then
I mean, if we're
years
still funding
later-
them.
So then years later, there was talks of them joining NATO because of the talks of Russia
Yeah.
going for Ukraine, like going for Kyiv.
Try and push more into Ukraine. Yeah.
And so if they have NATO, then NATO has to step in. And that's where, if you have NATO stepping in, then that means the US has to join. And if it was like a whole thing. If they didn't join, then it looks bad on them, and then they should have never been in NATO in the first place. Then NATO can come after the US just all that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not funding them no more.
What, Ukraine?
This is what it's saying.
No, we definitely are. We're funding
At the
Ukraine.
cabinet, this was September 4th, 2025. At the cabinet meeting last week, President Donald Trump celebrated a key milestone. The United States, according to him, was no longer funding Ukraine in its defense against Russia. We are no longer involved with funding Ukraine, but we are involved with trying to stop the war and the killing in Ukraine. So we're selling missiles and military equipment, millions and millions, and ultimately billions of dollars to the people, to the NATO people. Trump said, so they're funding the entire war. We're not funding anything. I think it's more important point to make. But that's the thing. You can't say you're not funding them if you're still selling them missiles and weapons, though, right?
Right. So, like, that's the thing.
So it's like, I'm not giving you money. I'm just giving you military equipment. I'm not
Right.
funding you.
And, yeah. And most of the time, you're buying this shit on loans. So we're not even actually seeing the money up front.
So
We're
it
just
says that
selling
they're
y'all
selling
blackmail.
military equipment to NATO, the NATO people.
And what?
So-
They're in return selling it to Ukraine? Bullshit.
Or they just, that's what I'm saying. Are they holding on to it and like in case
No, are
Russia's
they
like,
trying
I'm
to
going to push more to Ukraine?
Are they trying to say, like, hey, we're not just only selling to Ukraine, we're also selling to NATO. We're just selling to our partners. It's like that what they're trying to do? No foul play here. We're just doing it by the book. Like that shit Canada was doing years ago during COVID. like with the
Okay,
truckers and
wait.
shit.
So I think you're right, kind of. If you break it down, the quote, like you really think about it, it says they're ultimately selling billions and billions of dollars to the NATO people. Trump said, so they're funding the entire war. We're not funding anything. I think that's an important point to make. So you might be right. You might just be selling it to NATO, but NATO's selling it to Ukraine. And it's
Think
not
about
us
it.
doing anything.
And truly think about it too. This is Trump we're talking about, a business guy who for literal years is all about the loopholes. If it's taxes, if it's business deals, if it's connections, if it's correlations to anything, he finds his way to weave out of it. So if you have to overly play by the book to like make it seem like you're a good guy, even though you're doing things totally opposite behind the curtain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just like you could also see it from like this perspective. Like if you're talking about we're not wanting Ukraine to get nukes or anything like that,
I think.
because he's not funding Ukraine, he's funding NATO. So it's like you would think he would want Ukraine to fall, so there's no risk of nuclear weapons. But at the same time, then it looks bad because we're kind of like helping them.
Yeah.
So if they lose, then it's like we didn't help, and if they win, then we funded them. There's no winning. You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah. But is that where he's saying like, oh, we're not actually funding anybody, and if we are funding anybody, we're funding everybody. Is that what he's trying to say? Which is literally just weaving out of the conversation. It's saying, yeah,
I don't know
we
if
are
it's that he's funding
but we're
everybody.
funding everybody.
But that's the thing is, he says he's funding all of NATO people. So yeah, I guess you're right. He's funding everybody. But at the same time, it's all the people part of NATO. So I was want to see who's on NATO.
Yeah, I wonder, is Ukraine in NATO now? I don't know how we got them to the
I thought there were talks about that. Yeah, because we're talking about the wars and everything else with Syria.
Yeah,
There's just
I remember
so many,
this
like,
whole
tensions.
thing when Biden came in. It was like, oh, Ukraine, we're freaking out. World War III. Come to find out, it's literally, yes, it was World War III. That was the literal stepping stone of World War III.
Yeah, so Ukraine is not part of NATO.
Nope. Not a partner, is a partner.
So literally every country around there is NATO, pretty much. All in NATO is Albany, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Montenegro, Netherlands, North Macedonia.
You just saying
Norway,
who's all in NATO right now?
Poland. Yeah, these are all part of NATO.
Yeah, I mean, we already know a lot of people. It's pretty
I thought everybody's mostly part of the NATO. That's the thing, is we all ally.
Yeah.
The allied forces, right? It's exactly what happened in World War II.
Well, I thought NATO was something different.
It was after World War II when they made it.
Yeah. That was like the world.
Because during the World War,
peace.
it's like the Allies versus, like who was helping the war and who wasn't. Who's against it?
So you got China, India, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Pakistan, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Qatar, the UAE, literally all of Africa, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Those are all people not in NATO. So it makes total sense why we're attacking all these non-NATO people. And it's not even that we're attacking. We're literally just antagonizing.
Bullying.
Yes, we're being bullies. We want them to do something so it looks good on our part when we blow the whole fucking country up and take over. What they did, they made President Moderno look bad. As soon as they made him look bad, they said that he was the one giving us drugs. When it ain't just him. It's the entire freaking people over there. It's the people he don't know about and the people he does know about who are supplying his drugs.
Okay.
But you throw that propaganda in there, you make the whole Southern Americas look, the Latin Americas look bad. Propaganda. Push machine.
Machine. I don't understand why like we're so focused on like, oh, the drugs this, drugs that. Let's be honest, if you really wanted to crack down some drugs and get rid of a lot of the drugs in the US, why are we not taking all the cartel based that are in the US?
Right?
If we have grow ops that the cartel runs
Here.
allegedly here from multiple sources, people say it in California, like, why aren't we doing anything about that?
And stuff.
If the cartel is a terrorist organization now akin to us, why aren't we doing shit about that? It's because they have no benefit from it. What, we just eliminate, kill some people, and then we don't get money out of it? No.
Right. So
we want Venezuela because we can get oil out of that. We get something out of that.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. You mean to tell me you went and captured and used all these taxpayer dollars and money and effort to go capture a president who literally hasn't sent any violent soldiers over here to hurt us and hasn't you can't actually fully claim that are sending drug boats because you never not once confiscated a boat to confirm that there were drugs on
The
it.
drugs, true.
Like, no, you're not fooling anybody. You're just not.
Mm-hmm. It's a real shame. You think, yeah, sorry. You think, what if we're about to pull a Russia on Greenland?
I think we are, for sure. We're about
Like,
to do
Russia's.
something.
What if
We just
the
pulled
plan
all
is?
of our troops out.
Think about this. The Ukraine and Russia have been going at it for years.
Yeah.
We don't know when it's going to end.
Right.
Why not invade Greenland while Russia's weak? Say it's ours. You want Ukraine so bad. Why can't we go invade a country?
I think we just did, though. I think we're
We
being
invaded,
stingy right
Venezuela.
now. I think we're being stingy.
Well, there is alleged documents apparently after 9/11 about the 7-year war and 7 different countries to take over the Middle East. So
I heard that.
That's been like a thing, a document that was at least saw, but
Yeah.
it never went through. How do we know they're not going to go through with it now?
Right. I mean, the Middle East
Seems like they
Middle
just
East
bomb
is
in the Middle
set up
East.
perfectly.
We
To
have
just-
bases over there. We just need to take them back.
Right. Okay. I think I say this on every fucking podcast, but it's like Shield. It's like Shield.
It's like Shield.
If you fucking think about it, bro, y'all are like, oh, you got the Westerns and the Europeans, like, or the Middle East, which is the Westerns is the Americans and the Middle East is the Sands. It's like the Sand people.
Damn, don't call them that.
I don't know what to call them, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
I know
a
what you mean,
certain
yeah.
demographic of people. I don't mean to be
It's just
like
the West.
vulgar or like,
It's
you know what I'm
Jesus'
trying to say.
people, dude.
but like, yeah, Jesus's race. So you got the whites, the Jews, and then you got Jesus's race. Like, they've been, I don't think the only thing that happens over in the Middle East is war. All the people who run the Middle East are in the West.
I get what you're saying.
Like, these people who are supposedly running the Middle East and are these big leaders and big powers are
like the
all over in
princes
the
and stuff?
U.S. Yes. All these princes are literal, like, I don't even know.
They literally
chiefs
have billions,
of a police
trillions.
force. No, these
Yeah.
princes are just chiefs of a police force. They're nothing but a body for people to look at. That
And
is
with a lot of
actually
money.
present in the Middle East with a lot of money because you associate money
And
with
money
power.
talks.
And money talks. And you
Money
associate money
talks.
with power when all actuality, the person sitting beside Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, that's sitting beside him, is in the U.S. telling exactly what the Middle East to do.
No.
He's not living in the Middle East. He don't know the things that are going on and going on around in there. It's all ran by the West.
Crazy conspiracy, hear me out. We're going to bomb the Middle East so we can make it all look like Dubai. It's all sand stuff. We need some modernization out here. Get some money flowing.
I say yes, but Dubai is just a tourist place. Like there's even the people.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
know. But didn't they have talks about some like shopping mall or hotel or something being put in where we bombed in Ukraine or in Israel or something
are you
like
talking
that?
about
Some
where
shit like that?
where Trump was like, well, I will put in Mar-a-Lago 2 on the Gaza Strip.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
keep messing around and I'll just take it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I think that's what,
Like,
what they were saying.
he might.
Israel and whatever it was. Is it Palestine or Gaza? Hamas,
It's one of
Israel
them,
and
yeah.
Hamas were going at it. Trump was
Mhm.
like, "Hey, y'all gonna figure this out,
Or I'm
or
gonna take it over.
or I'm gonna have it."
That's not how you talk
Like,
as
you
a
trying to be
president, though.
dada. No, it's just the dangerous rhetoric. Like you have
It's
to
just
think of it
kind of like
angle.
what we always talk about is words like can be taken to the extreme. You're
Yes.
you're a leader of a country saying, "I'm gonna take your country by force."
Right, right.
That's basically saying, "I'm gonna kick in your house where you live and sleep, and I'm moving in."
Right. And if the people living inside the US voted you in, they assume that this is okay behavior. So now they start acting like that.
Hmm.
Like the
Do you
people
think
of
we're
the
doing a
US
flip?
will.
You think we're flipping? We're
Like,
flipping
what?
territory? Like, you know how so many Muslims and so many immigrants and everything flooded the US and keep trying to come to US, Cuba and all that?
You
What
think
if
we're
the
doing
US says we
opposite?
moving out?
Oh,
We're
you think we're
invading
moving
the
out?
Middle East while the Middle East invades the US.
Is that why we're trying to get Greenland and no, I know why we're trying to get Greenland, but that's something else.
Oil?
Mhm.
Is there some oil in Greenland?
Actually, okay, not
I heard it's
It's
a
the
lot of
trade
it, like
routes.
rare
it's
metals. I
trade
thought.
routes. So because our technology and stuff is getting better, we're able to actually sail over the top of the world. We're getting
Who
ready
gives a
to start.
fuck about trade routes? Ship to
Because when
ship by plane.
if you have ships and planes who are able to be at the top of the like think about it. If you have naval ships who are able to sit in ice cold, like freezing waters, that can be dangerous. You got a nuclear sub sitting up there or something like that. That could be very dangerous.
I mean, you know what Russia does? It's cold as shit over there.
Yeah. Because is
They
Greenland
put ships near our
part of
borders
NATO?
before. No,
You sure?
it's part of Denmark. Wait, so if it's part of Denmark,
I think NATO
I gotta
is. And I
check.
think that was the whole thing.
I want to
like,
think it is because Denmark isn't it owned by Denmark, I believe.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Who were we saying? So you got Poland,
Greenland?
Iceland, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands.
Yeah, Greenland's
They're
part
all
of NATO.
part of them.
Territory. So Greenland is a part of NATO because it's semi-autonomous territory of Denmark.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. So
It's
then,
one of our allies, pretty much.
then really, what was the point in them taking over Greenland? Because they want out of NATO. Because we want out of NATO. Think about it. Think about it. Why do we want Canada? Why did we even say anything about taking Canada? We want that whole upper region.
We want the entire globe on our side.
We want that entire upper region because what's going to happen is we're already having problems with these southern Latin countries. We're going to start taking over territories.
And try to expand? You think we're going to do what Germany did?
I think we're going to start expanding.
Since
think we are
everything's
gonna
turned on
expand.
us, we need to start expanding.
Everybody else is. Everybody else
So
is
it's literally
doing
going to be the west side of the world versus the east.
different
literally.
partnerships. Yeah, literally. Literally, that's what it's becoming to.
Yeah, but the way he's going at is going to make it where we're now fighting a two-front war, Canada and Mexico.
But see, that's the thing. That's why they want Canada.
Then if they can't, I don't think Canada's going to sell.
And then that's exactly why we aren't in a war right now. Because they already have that
Oh,
lower
so you
region
don't think we're
after
going to
them.
negotiate? You think we're going to go to war for Canada?
I don't think we're going to go to war for Canada. I think it's going to be years of talks until this is two ways I see it going. Canada is either going to get in a very rough position economically, and you're going to have a president who comes into Canada and takes the deal simply because he's like, hey, it's just a name change. We still get to have some freedoms. Like, it's like we still do our thing. It's still Canada at the end of the day. It just might be called United States of Canada, America.
Well, I have this article that should help with the Greenland situation. For those having, this is NBC News. This says Greenland faces fateful moment as Trump says U.S. will take it one way or another. Trump insists that U.S. must take control of Greenland to prevent Russia or China from doing the same. An argument Beijing dismissed Monday as an excuse to pursue territorial ambitions.
China's not taking it. I'm telling you that now. Like, China's
why?
not even. China will never, probably ever think about taking over America, ever invading America. They already tried with Hawaii, and they got sent back 30 years. So,
well, that was Japan.
No, Japan. Sorry, one of the Asian countries. One of the Asian countries. It's 5,000 miles across the.
But I don't think
one
nukes
thing of water to the other. Russia's
I don't think
a different
nukes
question,
will be
though.
used only because it's a mutually assured destruction. Like if someone starts launching nukes, then everybody's dying. Pretty much. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna get. I think nukes are being talked again because we're gonna start becoming tactical with how we do nukes.
Oh, you're talking about the UFO delivery system?
Yes, literally. Like literally, if you
Instead
think
of
about
knowing
it, though,
nukes, like you're not gonna see the missile launch. It's just gonna be we're nuking you. Okay, when? Now.
Also,
now.
because think about it. We have longer lasting radiation, like purer. I don't know how nukes work, so I'm probably just sounding stupid. But we have purer radiation, sticks onto things longer. So instead of us having this huge explosion and melting people, it's going to blow up, and nuclear reactive is just going to be leaking everywhere for a long time. So instead of it
See,
being
I don't
like,
know though how it works because
like it's pretty much chemical warfare at that point.
I gotta look some research. Hold on.
Like dousing their water supply, going into their food. Like I think next is that. Like the next
Because I thought
time-
when nukes explode, they usually burn up all the radioactivity. But some
didn't think
nukes
so. I thought that's
don't.
why-
I guess it's the whatever elements you're using, I think.
And I thought that's why it sticks to stuff. And then
Mhm.
like
So,
the palladium or
It
whatever it's
says
called.
I was looking up how long it took for like Nagasaki to be.
Uranium. Sorry.
It says Nagasaki was radioactive for a short time after the bombing in 1945. Most dangerous radiation levels dropped to a near normal background level within weeks to months, allowing for rapid rebuilding, with initial intense fallout decaying rapidly. Through some long-lived isotopes like cesium-137 remained detectable in soil for years, but at levels that didn't prevent the city's recovery to return to normal life by the 1950s.
See, that's my point.
So it took 5 years for pretty much everything to be okay.
So what if you have a chemical like that, but instead of putting it in a bomb, you just pretty much what China tried to do with coronavirus. You just kind of drop this thing in here and let it spread and eat.
Well, dude, we have so many things that we don't know about the U.S. is hiding from us. Have you not heard about like the mirror bacteria or something?
Oh.
Apparently, it's like a complete opposite to our DNA or something. It's like a
Fuck.
mirrored, and apparently, if
So
it
does that
if it
confirm a
interacts with
mirror does-
anything, all I know is that you're talking about it. I don't know if it's mirror or some other word, but if it was like the outbreak, humanity's gone pretty much because we don't have anything to fight it. There's
Well,
nothing we
yeah.
have that could fight a mirrored bacteria or something like that. No antibiotics would work.
If we
Like
have
we would
mirrored,
all just die.
okay, but if we
I need to
have
do more
mirrored
research on that.
DNA essentially, then we also have mirrored atoms, which therefore means the entire Earth has a mirrored version. So that
I
means
don't know
there's a
if I'm saying
mirrored
that right.
reality. Like, is there another set? Is it when they do a
I
certain
don't know. That's the
process?
thing. I don't know if it's like they found it.
And it's like a complete mirrored version of R? Is that what they're trying to
Okay,
say?
wait a minute. You might be right.
So I'll be right about some shit here recently.
You might be
I've been
right.
on it.
What are mirror bacteria? So, no, mirror bacteria doesn't exist in nature, but they're hypothetical organisms made research in synthetic biology, where all the
What did you
molecules are
just say?
reverse. Hypothetical organisms being researched in a synthetic biology.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat it just one more time. Synthetical
Hypothetical.
hybrids into biological okay.
Organisms, ready?
Hypothetical
being
organisms.
researched in a synthetic biology. Do you know how to say that?
Hypothetical organisms. Okay. Is being researched.
Where all the molecules are reversed, mirror imaged versions of normal life. The scientists are getting closer to creating them, raising significant biosafety concerns due to the potential to invade natural defenses and antibiotics. Creating a full living mirror bacterium is extremely complex and still years away, but progress in synthesizing mirror image molecules and building synthetic cells make it potentially future reality.
Well, what's the point? I guess I'm very confused of even what they're doing.
It's just basically to kill us. I don't think you can get anything good out of this. It literally says, chirality, whatever. What are mirror bacterias? Life as we know it uses left-handed amino acids and right-handed sugars, but mirror life would be the opposite. Hypothetically, they are hypothetical because evolution would naturally create them, but they would have to be synthesized. What are the concerns? Invisible to immunity.
Honestly, bro, it just sounds like they fucking with shit. They just bored.
Exactly.
Again, people bored.
This is what they've been
shit.
doing. Like, this is something, why would you want to do it? That's the thing. Like, what in the right mind? Because I'm not seeing anything about it doing good. What I'm seeing is bad. It says it's invisible to the immunity. Mirror bacteria would be invisible to our immune systems and making any existing antibiotics which target natural whatever molecules. So it's like immunity to all that because it's completely flopped. Ecological disruption. They could disrupt ecosystems because natural predators, the like bacteriophages and biological processes, wouldn't recognize them. Drug development. Okay, this is the benefit. They could offer benefits like creating new drugs resistant to degradation, but the risks of accidental release are severe. Like,
I'm confused. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm
okay,
hella
think of a
confused on
cold.
this.
Ready? Think of a cold.
Yeah.
And how that chemical is made up of left-hand sugars or left-hand amino acid, right-hand sugars.
Yeah. I mean, like,
All
I
molecules.
get.
This is
yeah.
molecules, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is what they're trying to create.
Yeah, but like, I don't understand. They never told me why though. Just for hypothetical reasons.
Yeah, because why not?
So
Because
they're
we
bored.
can.
That's
Yes.
essentially what it is. Okay,
Is
so
science not
they don't
always
have
innovating?
any. Yeah, but usually when you innovate, you're innovating. When you innovate, it's to better the structure that is at hand now.
Yeah. But it says
So-
they could help in drug development. That's it, though. So it would help us in certain drugs, but if it ever got out, it could kill us all, pretty much.
Damn, I know about 40 other fucking ways that they could help us that I don't even think they're touching right now. Are y'all worried about shit that can kill us?
I don't get
Damn.
it. Like, why are they messing with this? Like, why would they mirror life?
Like,
Holy
if
shit.
you want to get down to the whole mirrored,
No. You want to hear a
Theory.
crazy conspiracy? A crazy conspiracy.
go for it.
What did they say would take AI 10 to 15 years to reach what's it called? Singularity?
GAI or AGI?
AI, just
Yeah.
AI in general, because it's going to be unmonitored and shit. They're just going to keep on developing it, and they say eventually AI will reach a
Oh,
similarity of just
yeah,
like it's
that's
godlike.
AGI or GAI, general
yeah.
GI, general intelligence,
Okay.
general intelligence. We want to create a GI.
Whenever, so that makes sense, right? We get this new super AI. New super AI says, guess what, man? We all need to be robots, transhumans. That's the only way to like elevate. How do you do that? How do you do that? By releasing a mirror bacteria that will kill all humans, unless you're transhuman.
The fuck? I mean, that just gets
I
down
don't
to
know.
movies, though. 'Cause
That's
I
all-
could
that's
do
all
the same
bullshit.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
exactly.
That's like,
But with the way we're going, man, transhumanism's going nuts. Like, we haven't even heard anything with the fucking brain chips and all that. I thought they would have like a lot of brain chips in people. Not really. So
well,
like,
shit. Don't they got like what? 14?
are we being lied to?
Aren't we in
Are we
double
being-
digits with the brain chips?
I think so. It's not
Homie,
crazy, but
I
we're
only
still
know
up there.
about one, maybe two.
I've only heard of one or two. Yeah.
Yeah,
One's on
I've
the
heard of the
podcast
one.
with Joe Rogan.
Right, I've heard of the one because I heard when
That's
they
it.
were doing them shits a long time ago, and then I heard the second patient was supposedly getting it, but I heard that he was having complications,
You see, that's
so
the
they
thing.
had to go
Why?
in like 4 or 5 times.
Like, I get like if it can help, but also it can take, right? You would think like,
I
I
mean-
can give you the ability to walk again, but now you guys just, now I can just shut you off if I want. Paraplegic.
But the thing,
Today.
I ain't gonna lie, paraplegics, all those things, like all the things that people like us shouldn't be getting brain chips. 90-year-olds, 80-year-olds shouldn't be getting brain chips.
Healthy
Somebody
individuals.
who has gotten into a freak accident with a freak situation, who is literally in a point in their life where they're like, hey man, all my family's gone, all my friends are gone, all this is gone, I don't have anything to live for, and now I'm at a point where I'm gonna have to be spoon fed and my ass wiped for the rest of my life. Pull the plug. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we could pull the plug on you, or there's a possibility you can play games at least.
I get that,
And you're like,
but is that the
"Deadass?"
fuck? Is that 100% of the individuals that are getting the shit? No. It's just people that can't walk or can't move their
that could be a
arms, so
freak
they use the
accident.
chip.
That could be a
Motherfucker, they
freak
still got
accident.
family.
That shit, yeah, but that's a whole change of life. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a whole
know.
change of life.
Whenever
Thousands
it
of
gets
people
into
lived
things
in a
like
wheelchair and accomplished many things.
that, yeah, but I've never lived in a wheelchair, so it's
I
hard for me
haven't.
to say. Like,
But I
would I
also don't
rather
think it's-
live in a wheelchair or live with legs?
Oh, about this one. Would you rather be paralyzed or be dead?
It depends. Situation.
That's a tough one.
It's a situation.
Like, you're fine. Everything's healthy. You just can't
right
walk.
now.
You got a
Right now.
family. You got your
In
wife.
my life. In my life right now, if I was to become paralyzed, would I rather
get hit
just
by a car.
stay paralyzed or die?
Yeah.
Die.
You'd rather die instead of just, okay.
Right now?
Zero human will here, y'all.
What am I doing?
This man just wants to die because he can't walk. I got all the things he's ungrateful for. You can still feed yourself, can't you? You can still talk. Some people are mute. But no, you'd want to die because you can't walk. Crawl. Crawl then. Like,
I mean, I'll crawl. But what happens
what I'm saying is like
when I'm
you
sitting
still
on the
have Annie,
ground,
you still
unable
got your
to help
wife,
myself?
Still got your family.
I'm gonna be putting her through all that bullshit, man.
If she loves you, she would take
We're
care
in
of
a
you.
young. I can't
That's
use
what
my
getting
dick no
married's
more.
for.
Am I not gonna be able to fuck anymore?
Hey,
That's
hold
the
on.
real question because
That's what I got roads for.
no. Well, I need my dick to. Literally, I need it to. Like I need it to constantly go.
So that seems like you're just ungrateful.
Yeah. If I can't have a kid, homie.
Like literally, if that was determination, right?
Okay.
Okay,
But,
so
like,
you can still have
no,
a
no,
kid. You can still have a kid. We got
I can't.
advancements in technology. Just because
It
you
ain't
can't
gonna-
put your dick in her, it's going to be your kid.
That's not gonna be. Come on.
That's your kid. They can easily
I'm not gonna
inject
be able
your
to
sperm
raise
into
that
her
kid.
egg.
I'm not
You
gonna be
can
able to
a
raise the kid.
There's been plenty of people without legs that have raised kids.
They walked,
That's
they
crazy.
Crawled them. They
How dare you.
crawled the kids. They never raised one from the ground up.
There's people in a wheelchair that
telling
can
me.
beat you up.
You're telling me
You know that, right?
wheelchaired people raised a kid from the ground up, all the way up,
From at least
not
from
just
the,
to a sitting
the
point.
sternum, or at least from like the cerebrum.
I don't believe it. I've never seen one.
Just
There's
like
always
there's
been
a
at least
pregnant
another.
Chinese lady,
Like,
but
well,
they still multiplying.
like when you see a pregnant person in a wheelchair, there's always somebody beside them. There's always somebody pushing that wheelchair. Think
Yeah,
about
and
it.
you can push the wheelchair.
You're right. So now I got to make sure that she is going to workout classes 6
So-
times a day so she can push my fat ass all around the fucking place.
So my question is, you only don't want to be a paraplegic because you don't want to be a burden to other people.
Exactly.
That's selfish.
That's that's the wrong one.
I mean, like I get it, but at the same time, like if I was in a situation, I'm paralyzed, I would have to say, okay, I'm a follower of Christ. I'm supposed to see this as a positive way. I'm supposed to live my life still positive. Like God obviously crippled me for a reason.
No, of course.
Obviously,
I'll
I
still see it
I don't need to
through.
walk.
I'll still see it through. But if it's my choice,
You weren't saying that 20 seconds ago.
hey, if it's
It
my
was your
choice to pull
choice.
the
It
plug,
is your choice.
that's not suicide. We had this talk the other day. That's not suicide. He pulled the plug.
Well, that's like saying assisted suicide isn't suicide. Like, I give you the argument. That's another argument. Like, if I tell you to kill me because I want to die, yeah,
Right. Who's in the wrong? The crazy
You.
guy for saying to kill him, or the crazy guy
but
for
wait.
following through?
Wait. The guy who's still saying he wants to die.
The mentally insane person being like, I want
Do
to
you
die
think-
now. I want to
do you-
kill myself. Suicide.
No. It's not like that, right? Like you're paraplegic. You're like, all right, just pull a plug, man. I just want to die. I still don't think you get to heaven.
You think so?
You think? I don't know, because like that's saying basically you're telling God, I don't want to live this life. And he's like, why? You're still alive, aren't you? And you still don't want to live even though you can't walk and shit?
That person has the choice to not pull the plug.
That's what I'm saying. But like being in a being like in a wheelchair doesn't mean your plug's pulled.
right. You can still just walk around.
And I
and be
get
fine.
so like if you are literally comatose, life
Yeah.
support,
Yeah.
not talking or breathing, I think you need to see the Lord. But if you
Whoa,
can still
whoa.
like
Homie.
he's not even responsive.
obviously
Do we
has
know
you breathing there
is he
for a
with
reason.
the Lord? Is he with the Lord, or is this machine just keeping his body alive?
I don't know.
Exactly.
know.
So in situations like that, that's a whole different. But like, yeah, if you're
Is it?
awake and you're conscious and everything's good and all that, just take a huge shot of heroin, go out with a bang.
Damn.
It ain't suicide. That's overdose.
That's suicide. That's assisted suicide.
Not
You
if
gotta
someone gave it to
buy
you.
the drugs. What? You
Like,
knew
that's a
damn well
hard
that damn
standpoint.
drug. Yeah.
That's a hard standpoint to think, because how would God think about it? Like, yeah, you're pretty
you
much You feel useless. You don't want people to care for you because you're selfless. You're like, I shouldn't have to
Well,
live like this.
I wonder what God thinks in any assisted suicides, like, or a suicide. Like,
Because I believe
that's
everyone
confusing.
has a lifespan that they're supposed to live.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
like young kids die
Yep.
when they're born.
Yep.
Straight to heaven.
Yep.
Like, so
yeah,
like
those are innocents, but
exactly. But like, look, as an adult, does he want you to still live your life even though you're bedbound for the rest of your life?
well, obviously, yeah.
You would think, yeah, because you're still alive. Like
Yeah.
you would be dead
And
if you
what-
said it was your time.
What could your story mean to other people? Like, that's what I mean
Exactly.
by, like,
See?
you're sitting comatose in a hospital bed and you got your half of your lip hanging down
Okay.
and your eyes are open but no response. Like, you're not there, right? Do you still let that guy go? Staring at me, bro. I know. Do you still let that guy go?
If he can write a coherent sentence on pen and paper, he's still a guy.
If he can write DNR, do not resuscitate him.
Then that's enough. He's cautious enough to say,
Thought about this. What if the power goes out
oh, they have backup generators.
and the
They have
backup generator goes out?
They just die. Whoops.
Assisted suicide.
No. If that happens and both shits goes out, God wanted you to die. And that was why you died.
That's facts. That's
Like if
facts.
all the safety systems were to just not work, kind of like the Epstein cameras, God wanted you to go.
Yeah, but then what did God? Yeah, but then why did God make him go through
It's a learning
wreck,
experience.
a learning experience? He said, "Hey,
What, you think
never
God makes
did get
people
in a car wreck
blind
before."
to be able to see?
Nobody doesn't make him blind just to give him vision,
No. But
right?
it's a learning experience. Think about how
So
great
I
it's going to
wouldn't
be
let
to
you
wake up
live in this
heaven
car wreck. I
and
wouldn't
you
let
get to
you live
see.
through this car wreck just to kill you when you get to the hospital and you're on life support. You made it through your surgery. Everything is good. You're beeping nice and clean. Beep, beep, beep. Power goes out. Ooh, backup generator comes on. Everything's good again. Backup generator goes down. That's 3 different times that you died. Why could you not have just died of the car wreck?
Maybe he just wanted you to suffer a little bit. Maybe you're a bad person. I don't know. Just maybe you're a bad person. But see, that's the thing.
So maybe you need to
Is
suffer.
a lot of
homie, huh?
people think God runs this world, but I mean, God told us the devil runs this world.
Right.
Like you can
don't
see,
run it.
you can see people that are terrible people. Look
Yeah,
at all
yeah.
the politicians.
Oh yeah.
Why is it that the bad people always get the most success?
Define success.
Well, a lot of people would look at all the politicians and say, I just want some money like that. That's the real definition of success for a lot of people.
Right.
But a success is being happy and complacent with your life. But the
want-
real question is, are the politicians happy with their life? Or are they all there because they have to be, because they can be killed?
Right. It's that thing that, and I kind of feel bad for politicians. If you truly think about it, imagine being 16 and being like, I want to change the world. How do you do that? Well, you have to go into politics because that's how you get into office and make big changes.
And if you want to get big into politics and be a big known person,
Then you're going to have to be a bad
to
person
diddle
for a
kids.
little bit, at
Exactly.
least.
because they have to have
Wait.
blackmail on you.
Not that too much.
They have
Too
to
much.
have blackmail.
Yeah, a certain amount. Now, some
That's
people
what I
will
see.
let
Every
will let
politician has
themselves
some
go a
blackmail
little
on each
bit.
other.
Yeah. They'll let themselves go a little bit because they got to kiss the ring. Yeah, I mean, you got to kiss the ring to get in that spot.
Mhm.
And that's just so sad. Like, there's no winning. There's no reward structure to have ambition to change the world. Like, you grow up
I
as a
feel
kid
like-
and be like, I want to change the world. I want to become president. Motherfucker, I don't want to touch that job. I don't even want to touch that job
Ooh.
now.
So it's kind of like, I guess Joe Rogan would be something like that. He's not a politician, but he's got a lot of influence. Right? He has the ability to change things, you would think.
Yeah, but here's the thing I see with that is because Joe Rogan talks about politics. You can have somebody who doesn't even talk about politics actually make change. It's just so much harder.
What was Charlie Kirk then?
He was he was in politics. He
Was
was
he
a
a
political
politician?
figure. I think he was. You don't have to be
Define
in office.
Politician.
Yeah, you don't have to be a government officer to be a politician.
What about the other guy? What was
You're a
the Jewish guy's
political
name?
speaker. That makes you a politician.
So I could be a politician tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
As long as I just speak
as
in
long
front of
as
a
you
crowd.
go out and you have a set of moral and values to speak upon, then yeah, you'll be a politician right now. Politician Justin Morris.
No.
3 years of community college at the
Okay, so a politician, the actual definition, raw, is a person who is professionally involved in politics, especially as a holder or a candidate for an elected office.
So especially. So that's where like you start throwing those words in. That's where I say Charlie Kirk was a politician because he was a political speaker. Every time he spoke on politics, therefore making him a political speaker. And if you're a political
also that
speaker,
word
then you're a
professionally.
politician. That's what makes him professional because he was a political speaker. That is a profession. Political speaking is a profession. Public speaking is a profession. So just him publicly speaking, that's his profession.
A person who is professionally involved. Well, man, it don't seem like Donald Trump is very professionally involved because the way he talks.
Well, he's
Right?
a president. Well, yeah, well, that's different.
He's the president.
That's morally.
That's what. See, like what changed in the U.S. politicians used to be, upstanding, honest people. Like they had to look good. But when did being a politician? When does you have to look
When-
bad?
You want to know what it is? We got tired of the Democrats because the Democrats were the smart ones. We got tired of Republicans being Democrats. Okay. Because you had all these Republicans who were trying to sound smart and they all sounded dumb.
Well, they were just switching sides. They've been doing that forever.
Yeah. And now you have Trump who came in and is just a regular old guy and everybody got tired of it and they were like, hey, fuck it. Here's something new. That's exactly why Trump didn't get voted in for his second term. He was never a consecutive president because they were tired of him. He was only a president for 4 years and they were already tired of him. They tried to put a Democrat back in and they were like, oh my gosh, Mr. Smarty Pants over here when he's actually not even smart. He's fucking falling off.
I don't know how we got into the politics.
So let's try Trump
man.
again.
I feel like we always
It's
go
just-
here.
It's just
We love
swinging
it.
all around.
It always comes here. It always comes to here,
Yeah.
Talking about the bad people and the presidents and politics and so
Well,
stupid and confusing.
I do want to name something that Trump has said, and I just want to get this quoted out there. So pretty much his words is, there's a quote from Donald Trump where he talks about international law in the context. January 2026, New York Times interview. Trump said, I don't need international law. I'm not looking to hurt people. He also added, it depends what your definition of international law is, and that the only thing that can stop him is my own morality and my own mind. So that's him basically saying that international law is even a real limit on what he thinks he can do, just his own moral judgment.
That's how politicians speak.
So he's even questioning international law. Our own president being like, international law? Like, what makes that a law? What makes it
He think he's above
a
the law.
war
Well, he's like
crime?
a police officer with a power trip, dude.
right? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I also wanted to
'Cause he's like,
squeeze
"Oh,
this in
I'm
was the
conducting
Russia
this
and
stop."
Cuba shit. Did we talk about that yet? Russia and
think-
Cuba.
I thought so. Go ahead. You had some stuff pulled up about that.
Yeah, it's just like this Texas Public Radio. It's a show, and they're talking about it. Apparently, they have
When was this posted?
someone. I'm looking now. January 10th,
So 2 days ago?
2026. Yes.
Gee. So 2 days ago, there was an interview somewhere held in Texas, and they had somebody actually from Moscow
I believe so, yeah.
talking.
So it said the host is Scott Simon, and the person he's talking to is Charles Maines Blaine. Or I don't know how to
Here,
pronounce
send me
it.
the
I think it's
article.
Russian.
We can read it and go
Yeah.
bounce back and forth.
Let me send you this share. It's literally an interview of them going back and forth over it, and they're talking about there you go. Sent it in the Discord.
Okay.
So they're just talking about how does Russia feel about what happened in Venezuela and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it says, in this week's, I'm not going to get to that. So the NPR's Charles Maine joins us now from Moscow. Okay.
Charles, thank you so much for
Yes.
being with us. Who do you want to be? We can
I'll be the Russian if you want.
all right. So who am
Sure.
I? Is that
You're Simon.
am I Simon? Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do an extra white voice. Can you begin by reminding us how it is that Venezuela has become so important to Russia?
Well, as you know, this isn't a story of Cold War era like ours, like you have with, say, Russia and Cuba. You know, the partnership between Moscow and Caracas developed with an arrival of both Russian President Vladimir Putin to the Crimea and
Maduro's predecessor.
Maduro's processor, Hugo Chavez, to power both the turn of the century. The two-handed exchange traded in oil and arms, but more importantly, they backed each other. Oh, I'm getting kind of German. Hold on.
Yeah. God damn.
Geopolitically.
Russian fucking. They just all started. All the ops just started.
started speaking
Nice. All the ops just started joining in one accent. Damn. Said
Other geopolitically, particularly when it came to confronting the West and the U.S. in particular.
how did the U.S. attack on Russian ally look from Moscow?
Well, Russian foreign ministry demanded release of Nicolas Maduro from U.S. custody, but Russians had a little tight here because we can't afford to alienate President Trump amid his efforts to negotiate the end of the war in Ukraine. So Moscow pretty quickly pivoted to joining the U.S. in supporting Venezuela's interim leader, which is the vice president.
Yep.
But the problem for Kremlin, I think Kremlin, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Gremlin with a K.
Yeah, it's
I'm
cool.
gonna try to do that good one. But the problem for the Kremlin, here is how it looks. Here is how it all looks compared to its own special military operation in Ukraine. You know, the U.S. mission in Venezuela was done in under an hour when Maduro arrested. And here, Russia is, 4 years later, no end to its war in Ukraine in sight. That said, Sergei Markov, a pro-Kremlin analyst, has this warning for the Trump administration.
And then this
And
is
it's like
actually
a
a sound
soundbite
bite of
archive,
the
yeah.
recording of what Sergei Markov, the pro-Kremlin analyst, had to say. So this is Sergei Markov. Russia has been
all three of
shocked
them.
by how successful Russians have made such operation, but some hesitations if the U.S. will be able to move from the very successful military action to the real successful long-term political plan.
So in other words, Scott, you know Russia remembers Iraq, Afghanistan, and everywhere, and elsewhere, where things seem to be going well for the U.S., of course, until they weren't.
And of course, President Trump invoked the Monroe Doctrine to justify the intervention in Venezuela. But I have to ask, is that so different from how the Kremlin view their part of the world?
Well, talk of spheres of influence was popular in Moscow long before Trump mentioned the Monroe Doctrine. But, you're right. In Moscow's view, U.S. actions in Venezuela legitimize Russia's right to secure its own backyard. The idea here being, okay, the U.S. can control the Americans, but that gives Russia free rein over Ukraine and former USSR.
Yeah.
Damn, we just
This week, we also saw the United States siege a Russian-flagged oil tanker. There's still complications ahead, possibly, aren't there?
Well, in fact, the U.S. has seized 2 of them, claiming they were in violation of the U.S. sanctions on Venezuelan oil exports. But this clearly has implications for shadow fleets and helped Russia get around Western sanctions as well. Moscow denounced the U.S. for violating the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. But much like with the U.S. capture of Maduro, Russia stopped short of any further action.
So, yeah. So they pressed it, and then we didn't care, so they didn't care. And Charles, has President Putin said anything specifically about Venezuela?
No, not about Venezuela specifically, but you could argue he's weighed in another way. On Friday, Russia attacked western Ukraine near Polish border, a NATO member, of course, using a new nuclear-capable ballistic missile called the Onshunk.
The Onshnik. Is that Russian or German?
I don't know. It seems a little bit of both. It is a supersonic weapon that Moscow claims is invincible to existing Western air defenses. Now it appears this Onshink was carrying a dummy load, so it is more about the message than the damage. Really, a way of reminding the West, both Europe and the U.S., that despite the setbacks of the past few days, Russia still has plenty of capabilities.
NPR's Charles Maines from Moscow. Thank you so much, Charles.
Thanks, Scott.
So, yeah.
I do not associate
with the Russians. I do not associate with the Russians.
So, yeah, we're grinding gears with everybody right now.
Yeah,
with
like
NATO.
That's Russia pretty much saying, like, hey, yep, the U.S. is
You're doing
their
it.
own thing.
Why can't I?
And now, yeah, we're doing it.
It's like we've been doing it. And they're like, okay, so y'all talked about discussions with, like, the end of the war in Ukraine, but
Right. But
nothing.
That was kind of it. Like, literally, that's what they said in the kind of interview that, we told that Moscow told the U.S., hey, don't do that. And they did it. So we just gave up. Like, there's more stuff at hand than an oil tanker. We're not worried about an oil tanker.
yeah.
So,
Just wanted to clear that up before we hopped off here. So, yeah, we
that's
still
pretty
got
much
tensions with a little rundown of everything going on, a little bit sidetracked. That's how we do on this channel, on this
the
podcast.
OTV. Oh, yeah. I don't know if they really
OTT.
know. Yeah. But OTV is obviously the company name. And then
It
Open
is.
Time Talk is the podcast that is off of Open Time Vibes. But yeah, you can find us everywhere on Open Time Vibes.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitch.
Yeah. Twitch.
Also,
You want to mention it?
so we have been, I don't know how long
Okay.
we will be doing it, but we
Yeah. Okay, so
we are, yeah.
keep in tune for the next couple of Tuesdays. Recently, we have been in talks with the Cult of Conspiracy, and they've actually allowed us guys to stream their Cult of Conspiracy live audio on Twitch. So you can actually tune in to the Cult of Conspiracy's live podcast and listen to it live. And
Live.
if y'all have any questions for them, put them in the Twitch group, in the Twitch chat, And, you know, I'll try every once in a while and ask them a question.
Relate a message. Yeah.
Right. Or y'all can just join the Patreon and
At
hop
their
on a Zoom
Patreon.
call yourself. Yeah. And all the links will obviously be in the description.
It's Patreon/Cult of Conspiracy. So.
Yeah. So go check them out as well. They really dive heavy into a lot of
They do a lot of research.
Yes. Into the conspiracies, and they actually bring facts and their own like takes on it. But yeah, they're really great for that kind of stuff. So go check them out. We love them over there. And here soon, you should hopefully see a podcast of us with them. So that'd be really fun.
Yeah, that'll be going on this Friday. So y'all stay tuned and keep up with the Cult of Conspiracy. Hopefully y'all see us on there. We're going to try to bring a nice topic up to them. We're going to try to just blow their minds. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. I want y'all to stay tuned for it.
Heck yeah. Well, we've got some more videos coming out on the YouTube, so check that. TikTok, check that. But yeah, don't forget to join the Discord for any questions that you may want to ask us or just to talk to us. And always remember to have an open time talking. And we love y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. We love y'all. For sure. Peace.
Peace.
Coming back in with a different flow on my boat, yeah. Y'all already know, huh? I can't chase no hoe, no. I ain't sucking toes, no. Can't be distracted by outside drama, I'm opposed. They think they can stop me cause they think that I am alone.